I feel as if right now there are so many deals across the stock market. And as a more dividend-focused investor, this means that yields are also skyrocketing, which means that more than ever right now, it's time to lock in some great high-quality names that might not be on sale forever. Now in this video, we're going to go through 3 different dividend-paying stocks that are offering super high starting yields right now because these names have been beat up quite a bit as of recently. Now, it's not only the fact that these 3 stocks are offering massive yields, but could also be offering great entries for investors that have a long time horizon and want exposure to some of these high quality names. Now stick around, drop a like down below and subscribe, and let's get into the first stock. Now the first stock that in my opinion is on a fire sale right now for more dividend focused investors, especially that have a little bit longer of a time frame ahead of them, is none other than ticker symbol O, Realty Income. Now, Realty Income is trading right at the 52-week range low at around $49 and some change per share. And believe it or not all that long ago, Realty Income was trading at almost $70 per share. Now, the obvious headwinds of higher interest rates and the fact that the Fed might not be cutting interest rates as fast as the market might have thought is making the entire REIT sector, especially Realty Income, drop like crazy ever since the last Fed meeting, basically. To give you an idea, over the last 5 days, Realty Income is down 5%. Year-to-date, Realty Income is down 22.2%, but on the max time frame, ticker symbol O is still up 523%, and that's not even including dividends. Now, for a more longer-term investor like myself, I think that Realty Income is going to spring up and rocket out of control the minute that the Fed starts to cut rates, because the reality is that REITs are very sensitive to higher interest rate environments because they borrow money to not only expand to more real estate properties, but to still service the debt that they already have. Now, because of all this absolute craziness, Realty Income has a starting forward dividend yield of 6.11%. Yes, over 6% starting yield. I do remember not all that long ago making videos about Realty Income, saying that anything over a 5% starting dividend yield historically seems like a relatively good deal, especially because Realty Income does and has raised their dividend on a quarterly basis for quite some time now. And although Realty Income doesn't have the fastest dividend growth across any other stock or ETF in the entire stock market, about 10 years ago, Realty Income was paying around 18 cents per share per month, and as of now, it's paying around 26 cents per share per month. So like I said, for the more dividend-focused, income-focused investor that still wants some exposure to some growth and want to have exposure to some high-quality real estate, I think Realty Income at these levels is going to be a no-brainer, although it could still drop lower from here, of course. Now, the next stock that's really crossing my radar is as far as a massive yielder that has some potential longer term, and that is definitely on sale right now, in my opinion, is none other than ticker symbol MO or Altria Group. Now, Altria Group, of course, is sort of controversial. The fact that it is sort of a sin stock, I get it, of course, if you don't want to invest and have exposure with this type of company. But for those that love income and some historical growth, Altria is currently trading pretty close to the 52-week range low at around $40 per share, trading around 41 and some change. Now, Altria hasn't had the worst year to date, it's down 8.3%, so not the worst, not the best, considering some stocks have been extremely beat up this year. But on the 1-year time frame, Altria is still somehow green, and on the max time frame, up over 900%, and that's not even including the massive dividend yield. And speaking of dividend yield, this is definitely one of the main reasons why Altria has crossed my radar as of recently. A starting forward dividend yield of over 9% at 9.36% forward yield with long-term dividend growth and a quarterly paying dividend stock that has paid dividends consistently for many years now. Altria Group has definitely crossed over my radar as of recently. Now, for me personally, across all my portfolios, I think I own right around 300 shares or so of Altria Group as of right now. And although I do think there might be higher quality names out there across the entire stock market as far as growth potential, considering Altria on the 5-year time frame, of course not including dividends, is down 31.36%. And even on the 10-year time frame, Altria is only up 20%. A lot of Altria bears think that this entire industry is on the decline and that Altria is going to be nothing but a dividend trap from here. I think for at least more of a satellite position within my overall portfolio, meaning that it's not going to ever make up the majority of my portfolio, but it is going to be there for some consistent dividend boost and of course for some potential growth. I think that Altria in the low 40s or high 30s could be a good buying opportunity, once again for the investors out there that have more of a long-term time horizon ahead of them. Now, the final and last stock that's offering a massive high yield as of right now and that has been beat up like crazy in share price over the last year and beyond is American Tower Corporation, or ticker symbol AMT. Now, AMT, along with pretty much all the real estate sector, has been absolutely crushed year to date, down 26.10% and 28% as far as 1-year time frame. But on the max time frame, AMT has seen some massive gains historically, even trading at nearly $300 per share within the last few years, now trading at basically 50% off of that. Now AMT's 52-week range is 158.17 in the low and 235 as the high. So it's currently trading right at the 52-week low range. Now for me personally, on my watch list, I have AMT to be triggered at around $140 per share to start buying some shares of AMT. This is a stock that I have owned previously. I bought it in the 150s range and sold it near the 200 range a while back, but this will definitely have a place in my portfolio very soon here if it does drop a little bit lower. Now AMT American Tower is not necessarily known as a super high yielding REIT, but because the share price has been beat up so much over the last year, it has a starting forward dividend yield of 3.98%, which is considerably high. Once again, just knowing that AMT normally yields around 2.5% to maybe 3%. Now maybe one of the best things about American Tower is that it has had very fast dividend growth. So much so that if you look 10 years ago, back in 2014, AMT was paying around 29-28 cents per share per quarter, and now just as of recently, $1.62 per share per quarter. And this was one of the most recent raises that just happened a few weeks back. Now, one of the problems that I have with AMT for more of a conservative, low beta investor like myself is this stock definitely can swing pretty violently during red and green days. But that being said, I do still think that once interest rates do get cut, whether it's in 6 months, 12 months, or 18 months, AMT, along with the entire real estate sector, is going to have somewhat of a weight lifted off it, especially for some of the higher quality names out there, like the Realty Income, like the Agree Realty, and of course, like American Tower. These names are going to be fundamentally more valuable once the cost of debt finally goes down, which it hopefully will sometime soon here. And like I said, when that day comes, whether it is a year from now or so, AMT, in my opinion, could definitely be back up to $200 plus per share, but I suppose only time will tell. So there we have it. Those are 3 high quality stocks that are yielding extremely high, considering they've all been beat up quite a bit in share price over the last year or so. But now I want to hear from you guys down below when it comes to some high quality dividend paying stocks that are offering considerably high forward starting dividend yields. Comment some of the names down below and let's see what you guys come up with. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.